Hello, welcome back to Woody Bay. You join us on a day where we are halfway through doing a coal trial on our locomotives, trialling different fuels to see what the future holds. As you can see, we're using Axe for the trial today. A reason for using Axe is slightly more finicky, a little bit more picky than perhaps Lynn is. So we decided if we can make it work on Axe, it's going to work on anything. So today's coal trial is trying one of these new ovoids. This is Heritage Steam Coal versus the Welsh coal that we've been using for many years. So as you can see here, we have a piece of coal straight off our coal pile, and we have a piece that's partially burnt. It's an excellent example of showing what Welsh coal does really well. It opens up, it cauliflowers, you end up with lots of heating surface, and it's very good at heating up slowly, cooling down gently, which is excellent for the boilers. One of the things that we are testing and can be a disadvantage with coal is there any kind of the impurities that get left in the firebox. Anything that forms clinker, like this little piece here. Different coals have different amounts in. It's something that we have to deal with. It could affect the fire bars, it could be difficult to shovel out, it could affect the steaming of the engine. So this is something that we're monitoring during the day and the trial. The other place that can cause issues on a locomotive is in the smoke box. You get a much finer grade of ash as it gets pulled through the tubes into the front end. If this is still too hot when it's at the end, it can cause fires, it can burn the smoke box, burn the doors. It can also block up the tubes and then back onto the brick arch. So again, something else that we're taking into account. One of the things we get asked a lot when we're doing coal trials is exactly what are we trialling? So these locomotives, quite simply, aren't like household fires. They burn the coal at a higher temperature. The coal is drafted to get to that temperature and has to produce steam at a certain rate. So this morning we've had to light the fire initially in the firebox. The firebox is at this end of the locomotive. So we've monitored how the coal lights, how easy it is to use, smoke emissions, etc. As you walk forward, you have the boiler of the locomotive with the tubes through it. So we've been looking at any kind of ash that's going through the front into the smoke box here, causing any problems or issues. And we have an ash pan underneath where we get ash out in the morning, like raking out a domestic fire, to be fair. And seeing what kind of quantity and how that compares with the coal we already use. So one of the points of the trial is really monitoring the emissions from the chimney. Now it's important that doesn't get confused with steam. The white stuff you can see coming out the top is evaporated water, that's the steam. What we're trying to monitor is the smoke from the combustion of the fuel. Now a lot of these new fuels all have great reductions in all of the emissions when you're actually burning them, and we're trialling them for ourselves to see which one we get on with best. We're looking for smell, any kind of smoke from lighting up all the way through the process till the end of the day. So with all steam locomotives, the fire is going to vary during the day and up and down with different trips. So obviously we're just checking each time the locomotive arrives, see what's happening with the coal, and then monitor it from there. And I think the best thing we can do is ask the crew what they think so far.
Well, this morning we had no trouble in lighting up. We carried on as we normally would have done with a Welsh, and we found it behaved in a very similar manner. We've completed 4 round trips now, and we've had no issues whatsoever. We may use a little bit more of it, but I think on the whole it's very effective and we're quite happy with it.
So our coal trials are ongoing. We're going to be monitoring all the things we've said, from lighting up, running during the day and putting it away. We're going to be looking at how much we actually use, the cost, obviously all of the emission side of stuff. And then again, we're going to make an informed decision from there, and we'll let you know.